So the reason that we went to Kenya was really to explore social enterprise. We visited most of the operations of Moving Mountains in Kenya, particularly in Nairobi and around the Mount Kenya region. And what we looked at was several school developments, orphanages and rescue centers for kids. Most of the work of Moving Mountains is based around kids. From a tourism point of view, I think that Adventure Alternative and the synergies between Adventure Alternative and the charity Moving Mountains are a perfect example of how an alternative business model to tourist development can create large amounts of social impact, considerable amount of social impacts, and can actually provide a much more sustainable answer to tourism development. It was a huge learning exercise for us. I mean, I think that some of the attitudes to begin with was that we were going out there to do good and to do good things and to teach people things. But I think that most of the students would agree that we learned as much as we taught during the trip. And I think that that was quite a humbling exercise.
Basically, I never thought of coming to Kenya. Like, it was never one of my travel destinations I would have picked by myself. This opportunity, or actually, the opportunity was given by Roberto, and it was I thought it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and so that's why I decided to join in. Because I mean, you can travel to destinations, you can do leisure tourism anywhere, but particular this one, seeing actually how the people live here and being part of it, visiting schools, is just a once in a lifetime opportunity. So that's why I decided to join.
Being here with Moving Mountains, I think it's giving us the opportunity to see a side of Kenya that people don't see at all, because tourists just come here to the tourist destinations and they leave the country, and they don't realize how these people really live and how kids struggle to go to school every day, because if the kids are starving, they won't go to class, or they will go to class but they won't pay attention because they are hungry. So it's all like a loop basically, and when the kid get into the loop, it's really hard to get out of there. So what Moving Mountains is doing here, it's really great, because it's not just about giving money. It's about doing something else, like building a schools, giving food to the kids, giving the option to play football in a team, so they feel part of a team, they feel part of something else, rather than being on the streets, or most of them have no parents whatsoever, or one of them only, and they live with the entire family in just one room. So I think that the fact that they're giving those kids the opportunity to feel part of something bigger than them, it's also really helpful for the kids.
Before I came, I was actually really scared to be emotionally touched, and but it hasn't been that bad, because I thought people live really in poverty and they're really poor and they're sad and have sad faces, but actually, even though they just have so little, they just enjoying every moment, and they we see so many happy faces, especially when they see us. It's amazing, and the countryside is beautiful, and it's a beautiful country.
One thing is read it from the books and the articles, and you kind of get the picture, but you don't really understand what's going on. And once you get to travel and really experience what they do in the field, it's just more it's different from what I imagined. And what they can actually do, from very little, they can achieve a lot.
What I'm hoping that the students have taken away from both studying social enterprise in the entrepreneurship module and coming on the field trip to Kenya is an awareness that there are other ways to develop tourism, there are other ways of developing hospitality. We don't need to stick to the standardized formulas. There are alternatives. The alternatives can have a huge impact that goes beyond the economic impact and straddles into the social impact and environmental impact.